Hallelujah. Let's give it up. These are the bands here, but not talking about the calling that everybody has. You know, everybody has a calling. But Paul's not talking about your callings that you have. But he's talking about the calling that God has majorly called everybody under. 4 major callings. The 4 major callings, what? Salvation, sanctification, service, and accountability. Amen. So everyone has a calling, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the calling. We're talking about the ultimate calling. We're talking about the calling that is a call for everyone in the world. They've been called for what? Salvation. They've been called to repent from the things that they are doing right now. So the first calling is salvation. Somebody say salvation. Salvation. So the word salvation means freedom, deliverance from sin and the penalty of sin. That's what the word salvation means. It means someone to bring you freedom, someone to set you free, or a thing to set you free, or a thing to save you from. But it's to break the power of sin and the penalty of sin. So if you don't want something to be reaping of what you've been sowing, the only way that you can get away with this is you gotta what? Repent. Salvation is the only power that will release you from the penalty of sin. Because you don't want to be reaping what you sow. Because some of you are going to sow some wicked things to somebody. And if you don't go before the Lord and humble yourself and submit yourself and repent to Him, what you sold to somebody that was wicked is going to come right back at you 7 times worse. That's why it's important that you understand not to do anything bad to nobody. You don't want that to come back 7 times back to you. Amen, somebody. So you got to be careful what you say, because what you say is bad, but what's going to come back at you is going to be 7 times worse. Amen, somebody. So be careful about evil desires, because that's where that spirit comes from plotting against each other, or talking about each other, or doing evil things about each other, evil thoughts about each other. You've got to make sure that this spirit of evil desire does not harbor itself inside your life. Right. And don't you be a fool to foster that in your life. God didn't give you the spirit of foster to foster that. He's giving you the spirit of foster to foster holiness, salvation, sanctification, service, and accountability. That's the spirit of fostering that you need to foster. Amen. Make sure that you live a life worthy of the calling. Make sure that you make everyone that don't believe that you love the Lord, they better know that you love the Lord. By what? Your acts. How do you love Him? You ever see somebody say, that's my girlfriend, I love her, but they never see any hand holding? They never see any affection. So every time you say, I love her, and then someone can say, how do you love her if I don't see no affection? Every time I see you, y'all never holding hands. Never holding hands. You never kissed her. You say you love her, but I don't see no affection. So how can you prove to people that you really love somebody? They have to see the deeds. They have to see the affection. They have to see that, because if they don't see that, every word that you say, that's why I told you, men, you're stimulated by words. A girl can come up and say, I think you're fine. Oh, you get all hot. But if you tell a girl that you're fine, she goes, yeah, whatever, because words don't stimulate a girl. Actions, my brother. Actions. If you want a girl to love you, hey, show some affection. Not say, I love you, babe. Yeah, right. Don't get mad at her because she said that. She said that because she don't see no evidence, proof, producing evidence from you. So all you guys learn from an experienced person, Jesus.